Hello and welcome back to the channel. I just thought today I'd give you a few updates on what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. So to start off with, I met one of my subscribers. Now I cannot remember who he was called because I've done so much since then. But if he does leave a comment or anything like that, then go and subscribe to him. But anyway, I did film some buses in Bridgewater, but that'll be out in the next couple of weeks. But first, we've got to have a look at something spectacular. Yes, Croydon, the troublesome London transport game on Roblox that you all know and love, has had a massive version 1.3, I think it is, update. It is huge, just like the last one, but some more things have been updated. As you can see here, the front screens have all been updated and now look quite a bit more modern and are quite stylish. Also, loads and loads and loads of new buses have been added. In fact, over 100 buses have been added into the game. So let's go through some of them. First of all, many of the proper companies in Croydon, such as Go Away, which is what I have on screen here, have had lots and lots of new buses. As we can see here, I'm on the Enviro 400 page, where there are lots and lots of new variants, including a Trident X First, which means it's not sounding like a Trident voice, but it's now sounding a bit like this. It sounds quite realistic, don't it? As well as this, 3 totally new buses have been added, including a Mercedes Citaro. As well as this, some of the new independent bus companies in Croydon, or the companies that people have made up, have had lots of new buses, including the Scania Enviro 400, which is still made by Alexander Dennis, but I think has a Scania engine instead of a Cummins. As well as this, some new areas have been unlocked, as well as existing areas have been expanded, such as Thornton Heath. There are new routes being added, and Norwood Junction area has also been unlocked, which means there are bus routes to and from Norwood Junction Station. There is also, if you have Croydon Plus, rail replacement bus routes from East Croydon, as well as the tram replacement bus routes that have always been there. So it's quite good, this update. However, it's still a bit laggy, although it might be my iPad. As well as that, I also had to go to the Western Oil and Pumping Station as there was an event on there because my nan wasn't very well, which meant that my grandpa couldn't take me up to the Severn Valley Railway Diesel Gala. Oh, you may be thinking. But luckily, because this is apparently one of the best heritage railways, there's another diesel gala in autumn proposed called the Autumn Diesel Bash. Hopefully it will be as good, if not better, than the one that has been on this weekend. Bit of a shame, as there were over 15 diesels due to come, including a HST. However, I should think the one in autumn would just be as good. As well as the stuff that I did this weekend, there's also lots of planned stuff in and around other bits and bobs. You'll be glad to know what's coming this weekend. I'm going to be trying to tick off some of the main bus routes on South West Coaches, since I can't go much further with Buses of Somerset, since I need to tick off the Y4, which is very awkward and only runs Monday to Friday, so I need to try and do that in the school holidays, which is actually coming up quite soon. So you'll be glad to know that that will hopefully be ticked off if my nan isn't too poorly. I hope she does get better soon as well. So hopefully, I haven't worked out the timetables yet, but hopefully I'll make my way on the bus down to Chard, then take off the 96 bus route, which usually the rare South West Coaches Optare Metro City sometimes runs on, as well as the usual Optare Versa. After that, we'll either take the 1 up to Shepton Mallet or the 5 down to Dorchester. If you take the 5 down to Dorchester, we'll go to Dorchester and then pretty much come straight back up, as Dorchester's a bit boring. And then, if that works out, we'll get the 58 Buses of Somerset bus. There might be a sneaky little bus review in here somewhere. We'll take that up to Wincanton, and then I think we'll get on the 667 across to Castle Carey, Bruton, that area. Then go up on the 1 to Shepton Mallet. I can't decide whether or not to go back from Shepton Mallet on the Mendip Explorer buses back down to Glastonbury and go across to Bridgewater that way, or to come back into Yeovil on the 1 and then get the 54 and the 16 bus. It depends whether or not I'll make the 16 or not. As well as going on South West Coaches, the West Somerset Railway Diesel Festival is coming up. Now, this only happens once a year, and considering it's so close to me, it'd be hard to miss it. So, basically, I'm going to try and tick off that whilst in the process of doing all my other plans. Now, in and around that, after I've done South West Coaches, which is what I've just discussed, I will be, hopefully, reviewing some of the night Buses of Somerset services in and around Taunton. For example, the night 30, night 21, night 28, the night 22, and the night 1E bus services, which start and end at Silk Mills, which will be quite interesting. The only thing is, they run very late at night, and if I miss the last 21 bus from Taunton back to Bridgewater, my parents aren't going to like that, because they're going to have to instead come to Bridgewater, go all the way to Taunton. And I ain't going to like that either, waiting for an hour at Taunton. Although luckily the last bus is at 3 o'clock at night. Now, Dad wants to do something here. So, you might see a little bit of his bald head. But, I don't know. It's all that bit there that I've just discussed about the evening buses is all very hit and miss at the moment. I need to do something about that. However, anyway, thanks for watching. That is all my plans at the moment. Yes, I'm going out on my own, on buses, hopefully trains, once my phone is fixed. However, at the moment, I think I might have to use my mother's phone, because, my phone needs a new battery. But anyway, because it's thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys sometime in the future. So, yeah, take care, bye, and I might see you out on the buses if I'm lucky. Cheers.